Hello, hello. Welcome to WIP It Sunday. Look, probably going to be running solo tonight. Krypton's Toy Vault may be joining us in a little bit, but right now running solo. I did, thanks to Sector channel regulars, and he told me that we were selling the regeneration suit boots on eBay, and I picked up a set, and they do fit the Adam Strong. The Mezco Regen Suit Superman. Those boots do fit the Adam Strong body. That worked out great. We got the feet, the chin covers, and the rocket blast. Those worked out. Ragnarok's. Hey! Got a few things I want to work on tonight. I got some more heads to paint up. And do some work on some prep work on the arms for Prime. The paint work I want to do too is got the last head to finish up painting, the neutral face or stoic face, whatever you want to call it. Paint the eyes, paint the hair. And that will be done. Got first appearance Prime. I'm painting up one for that. Slightly different skin tone. I'll match that figure. Take care, Kaden. I saw your messages. No, it's too much to. That's way too much to worry about. Like come on, take up your time on that. Just focus on what you got to do for work, and we'll get you out next weekend if possible. I understand. I'm a lot busier at work now too. That's why I don't get a lot. That's why I haven't done any videos like short videos in a while. It's just time we get done with work. It's like meh. I don't feel like shooting anything. Alright. Where to start at? Okay, what do I do with my brush? There it is. Short-term memory is almost non-existent. Now with the eyes, I'm starting with ivory, and then I go with a brighter white for the lower part of the eyes for highlight. I've noticed I've started a trend, apparently, like people making primes. I saw a bunch of people working on them. Somebody just finished one up, and yeah. And someone else is showing their work in progress one. I'll have to get ready with this weekend. Better turn this off before I get to that side. Have a good one, Kaden, if you're still there. Hope you have a good week. My week starts off with my truck going back in the shop. Hey, name failed. Found a eBay seller had apparently got a large stock of Testors paints in, and he had the black wash I use a lot, and he had Dills too. If you like 1, 3, 6, and 12, like how many you get cheaper per bottle. Ended up getting 12 bottles. Ordered 12 bottles. Like 20. It was like $21, $23. Like, worth it. That should last me a long time. Fix my camera. That's better. When we do the Friday streams, I don't mind the camera being mirrored. actually works out. That way I got the camera set up here. Mirrored is a distracting because I have my camera mounted basically upside down. I got the eyes painted with a off-white ivory, and the bottom of the eye, I want to add some bright white. And why is my camera not focusing? Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Focused yet? That's a little better. Not great. I got the app loading. Bring just the focus, but it takes forever for it to boot up. Come on. It is not wanting to focus. I use an app called Longitude that controls the camera, and of course, and it's not even detecting the camera right now. Try this. Oh, that worked. Yay! No blurry camera. And I've had issues with losing like DPI on the stream. If that happens, please be sure to let me know in the chat. Still hate that we don't have Testors Monomaster acrylics anymore. Still my all-time favorite paints. Still get the acrylic paint sets for like the model builder kits, and you can get acrylics in those, but you don't have the color selection like we used to have. Rust-Oleum Bulk Testors paints, and kill it. Majority of it. There, I'm done. There we go. Hello, hello.
I don't have much to. I don't have really anything to work on tonight. I'll be editing a video, but
All right, you can. I'll just take full screen and you can talk in the background if that's all right.
but my little flashing badge is very important for people to see.
Well, I don't
What's
have
that? Resolve. You what? You don't what?
Well, I just say it's like a. When this big screen, people can see what's going on.
Yeah, yeah. I did order a couple more cloth goods suits from C4 Charles.
Oh, nice.
He must have been reading my mind because he released a Peacemaker suit.
Cool.
And he got a Thrag suit. He had one left in stock, and it was in 6 people's cart. And I checked out before they did, so there are a whole bunch of people that are upset about not getting a Thrag.
Snooze, you lose.
Uh-huh.
Crud.
I'm thinking I'm gonna get another what's it called? Hyperion 2-pack. I think I'm gonna try and use Hyperion for Thrag. Because he was a big guy, but he wasn't quite as big as Conquest. At least it didn't seem like in the comic.
I was able to use the Mezco boots on Adam Strong.
Oh, look at that. I was just playing with my Mezco boots today. Because I was doing a video on my new Mafex one.
Nice.
Had to do a comparison. The Mezco still looks better, just like on shelf presence wise, but the Mafex feels a little bit more high quality, and is also $40 cheaper than the
True.
Mezco one. But it also doesn't come with nearly as much stuff as the Mezco one.
Yeah, that's a big part of that. Blame Warner Brothers.
Yep.
The Mafex one came out before the firearm ban, which is now, I think, gone.
If anyone wants the Mafex recovery suit Superman, it's on sale right now for $80, 10% off.
On Amazon.
It's Amazon, and it's in stock. No waiting until the end of October, beginning of November, like Big Bad said. They have all of them except for Cyborg Superman. And all of them were pretty decent prices, I thought. $100 for Eradicator, 100 for Metacon, Superboy, and 120 for Steel.
Steel was on sale somewhere a while back. He was like 89, I think. Of course, when I say a while back, with my brain, it could have been like a year or two ago.
Yeah. That said, I found one on eBay. I'm gonna try and get. It's still on there. It's $369 for all four: Eradicator, Superboy, Cyborg Superman, and Steel, with all of their accessories. They are open, loose, but he's got all the stuff to go with them. I don't care about the box, so.
What's in the box?
So less stuff that I have to throw away. So, JB will be happy. I did at least show the box on stream on the video. So.
Thinking about starting a customizing group on Facebook.
Ooh. Yeah.
There's a lot of them on there, but they don't
None
really
of them are
seem
yours, though.
Well, they don't really seem to monitor their groups very well. I posted Marvel Legends custom group, Abomination, and my He-Man and Skeletors on Marvel Legends.
Yeah.
Still haven't approved my post.
Some people's children.
Yeah. I see that a lot with people like posting stuff in these groups, and they never approve the post.
What is there to approve?
I understand that when they do it too is to keep from bots from posting stuff, but you gotta watch your stuff.
I know it was a question that you had, but the DC Icons Doomsday does not scale very well with the recovery suit. Mayfix Superman.
Oh, he's a little too big.
Yeah, he's well. It's not as Superman's a little too big, or Doomsday's a little too small. It's not as bad as it could be, but it is a little bit. It almost works.
Well, I do have the Mayfix one coming out sometime.
Yes, I'm very much looking forward to that because I really don't want to get the McFarlane one.
That one's would be too big.
Yes, there's not a good size one at the moment. They're either too big or too small. Just not right.
Mattel New 52 one's a good size, but it's New 52 Doomsday, so he kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I hate the weird goat horns they put on it.
Evening Sector 2813.
Which is not Mattel's fault, it was the character design.
Yes. Mattel did a good job interpreting the design. It just was a terrible design.
Yeah. Yep. Doomsday did not need a New 52 redo. And what could, his changes are like evolutionary changes to things that kill him. Like the explain the bone stuff, because the creatures on a uninhabited Krypton, the crystalline bone looking creatures. So why would he need goat horns?
Yeah.
Some of the stuff they did in New 52 was just plain stupid. Which I think the whole New 52 reboot was a dumb idea on the whole get-go. They got some new readers for a little while, but they ran off more than they gained.
Yeah, I liked some of it. That wasn't my intro, but that was kind of when I started reading comics a little bit. Was New 52 stuff. So I did read a fair bit of the New 52 Superman run, and the like Justice League War and all that stuff, and they had good stories, and I actually liked the designs for New 52 a whole lot more than I did Rebirth. I think a lot of the worst designs of all time came from Rebirth.
The Rebirth Superman suit was not good. That weird dark blue, super dark blue, and minimal red.
Yes, no boots. The weird diamond belt thing was stupid.
Now, the Reborn suit, I love that one.
Reborn was pretty good.
Which was basically a mixture of post-crisis and New 52 kind of thing. There was, which way they explained the Reborn suit, if you didn't read Superman, you didn't know what was going on. They basically said the New 52 Superman was, and post-crisis Superman was throwback to Superman Red and Blue. Superman was split in two again, but by different means. They got re-merged and the continuities got merged together. So all the stuff that happened, there was no longer two different Supermen. continuities got combined together. And you didn't read Superman, you basically lost in the whole like reborn era of DC Comics, which didn't last very long too. Though they screwed everything up when they brought in all the horrible Marvel writers that got fired from Marvel. Yeah. They screwed up everything in DC.
I still think the new 52 design for Batman was about as good as it got, as far as like no trunks and like it wasn't way over armored or any of that stuff. It had a little too much. It was a little busy in the panel line section, but that was basically all of New 52. Overall, I enjoyed it, and I didn't hate the Superman. It wasn't classic Superman, but it.
Well, they were trying to do something. The nanotech was a cool idea, like changing back and forth. Them having to change clothes all the time.
Yeah, and that was kind of the era where nanotech, everything had to be nanotech, and I'm glad we're getting away from that a little bit.
You don't like nanotech?
I really liked nanotech when, you know,
Generator
it was
Rex.
A big Generator Rex, yeah. Spider-Man Unlimited. You know, it was kind of a rare, not a super common thing, and it was the same way with the multiverse stuff. When we had an episode here and there about it, and it was cool. It was like, oh, that's a big, cool event that they're doing. And then everything ended up being multiverse, and it's just like, oh, can we not? Can we just not?
They've ruined the MCU with all the multiverse stuff. Sick. It's like when they had that run at the Croatia run of X-Men where death was meaningless. They would just get resurrected immediately. New body. Like, what's the point reading? There's no stakes. They're immortal because they get basically 3D printed a new body through whatever they were doing. So none of the X-Men that you're reading, well, the majority of them were all killed and re-resurrected in different bodies, so they're not even the same X-Men. Of course, it's also true to the fact that they rebooted the Marvel Universe, which completely changed everything too. They did a New 52 reboot in Marvel. I remember when DC did the New 52 reboot, and Marvel was like poking fun of them and said, "Don't worry, we're never going to do something like that."
And then immediately did it.
Yep.
That wasn't. We didn't say it. No. We said we like money, but also not making money.
They also downplayed it too. Like they downplayed it, basically making fun of people too. Like when they did do it, it's like they had like one of their hosts like running around like collecting all the books. They're all going away. Yeah, that's Alfredo. That's right. That's what I was talking about. They just get cloned a new body and their consciousness redone. It's made everything meaningless. Yep, 6-day ordinance fortune here. That's part of where they've got the idea from. Because they don't really have ideals of their own anymore. So
I'll say the Mafex Superman moves a whole lot better than the Mezco one does, articulation-wise.
Mm. Isn't that kind of a given with the bodysuit and the figure not a bodysuit? Or is it just a general?
I think it's just it's more about the body that they chose for that Mafex or the Mezco one. He's just a little stiff, and the joints feel a little more fragile, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I still can't get over like all these toy people are making a mountain out of a molehill out of like a conversation McFarlane had.
Oh my goodness!
They're like, "Oh, this is just speculation." Blah blah blah. Like, so you're just saying you're making it up? That's just...
Yes, they're making it up, and it is 100% confirmation bias because people keep using that that Toy News International article where he straight up says, all I can do is speculate, I think," and I was arguing with
he's literally saying he's guessing.
Yes,
they're treating it like
I was arguing with a guy in that DC group, like, Mattel has said nothing of the sort. He's like I said, they confirmed it, and then he linked the Toy News. He linked an article that's source was the Toy News article. And
Mattel confirmed it on their actual information.
Right, I even went back to the Mattel's website themselves, their news page. That hasn't had an update about the DC anything since February. Like, yeah, the last thing they said about it was they're getting it back in the mid 2026. It is 100% speculation about, like, I'm not saying that Mattel isn't going to like start with kid stuff. I'm saying they haven't said that yet. They have said nothing of the sort.
In the official panel that McFarlane was doing, he said nothing of the sort. But in a random conversation in the hall, that's amazing. Like impromptu interview with people, like they're taking that as gospel. And they don't not even taking account to fiscal years are different than actual years.
Yes. It's entirely possible that just, for whatever reason, Mattel decides to be good guy Mattel and like, oh yeah, you can finish out whatever way figures you've already made, but we're going to keep making our own at the same time. Like, it's entirely possible that Mattel does let them keep going just for a little bit. I could see them doing that, but I don't know. Or maybe Mattel offers them the 7-inch line as like a DC Direct situation. I really hope not, but it is possible.
Well, people don't understand. It's going back to a master license. When Mattel lost it, it got broken up.
Mm-hmm.
They lost it because they forgot to renew it. They didn't lose it because McFarlane outbid them, because that's not going to happen. He's a tiny company and they're a billion-dollar company. Yes. Wasn't happy with the eyes and making a mess. Nope. My brush water. I think the iris is too small.
No, Barry. We are the Flash. Oh, sorry, you said iris.
Yep. So it's going back to a master license. So
Like it or not, it is Mattel's thing now. I haven't yet. I will know how I feel about it when they start releasing the figures and tell us how much they're going to be.
I think it's hilarious. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
If they're going to be $30 a piece, I'm going to skip them. I'm just telling you right now.
I figure they're going to be about the same price point as WWE and Motu figures.
I hope so. They have a real opportunity to undercut the competition right now.
Oh, absolutely. Hasbro's gotten greedy and keep raising their prices. They can't blame tariffs because they're raising it on even like Transformers. Same price points. And they're made in Vietnam, not China. And people need to realize too, the tariff pricing is based on manufacturing costs, not retail.
Yeah.
So these people raising prices based on retail, they're crooks. That's not how it works. Yeah, we're talking about DC figures. The people were like taking stuff out of context. What McFarlane said, he could have been talking about fiscal year, which is different from actual years. And they're like, "Oh, he's got oh," and they keep linking to a article from Toy News International where it's all just speculation. It's not even real. It's. Well, technically, that's what they're saying off of Proto, but they're actually raising the price more than what the tariff will be. So they're not really passing it down to the customers.
Yeah, they're just using it as a key, a way to raise the price, which they've wanted to do for a long time, but now they finally have their opportunity, their golden goose.
Now they have a way to do it and not get the blame for it. Because as much Hasbro charges, they could totally eat the cost of tariffs and keep stuff at the price point. They're greedy. That's why they keep firing employees to raise the fair price is whatever the customer's going to pay. Like Ben said, they're just keep pushing it to see when people quit buying.
Yep.
And once they raise prices, they hardly ever drop prices. The only thing that drops prices is competition. And right now, I'm only going to buy Hasbro figures of stuff I want. Characters I want, I'm not going to do complete waves. But just so happened they did a freaking wave of almost everything in it I wanted. Especially the Build-A-Figure. That's better. I got the iris is bigger. Name of Field said Mattel should do what to do with their WWE figures. There's 3 different types. You got your basics, your elites, and you got your ultimates. That'd be, they could totally do that.
They could. They could do that with their, like, have the lower level be the kids line.
Yep.
Then have a mid level that's more like DCUC, the older multiverse stuff, and then have the premium stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The premium stuff needs to cap at like $25 to $28 an hour a piece, if it's coming with all the accessories and all that stuff. Anything above like 20, Marvel Legends right now is 28, but they don't come with enough stuff to warrant $28 an hour or $28.
The one I'm more upset of any that's Wave is Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
He comes with nothing. No alternate hands, no alternate head. Hands at the minimum. But he has nothing.
You will own nothing.
Being like when people are losing their jobs because of tariffs, I don't think whatever the cost will be can be afforded. The I think the biggest part of, well, with Hasbro, people are not losing their jobs because of tariffs. They're losing them because they want to cut costs and raise profit shares for their shareholders. They had that plan released a while back, a couple of years ago, where they keep wanting to raise prices, cut the cost, so they keep firing people. If I'm paying 50 bucks for a figure, like we were talking about with Win, it'll be awesome if you can actually get somebody to start, like all these factories in Japan, China and stuff like that are doing figures. Somebody do that here. They're going to cost more, but they would be made here. It'll be easier for like independent people like have access to the factory, like those types of companies, to manufacture your stuff. I don't know. I can't speak Mandarin. I don't know anybody does. Oh, they're made. If they're like 50 bucks and they're like boutique figures. Let's say like the price point on like a loose collector, they're $75 right now for the Life of collection figures.
Yep.
If it's a quality figure, I already pay import $100 for import figures. If it's something quality, I'll pay more for it.
Yep, that's like I said, that's where I'm at.
Which right now Hasbro's pushing us to. These companies keep raising prices for no damn reason. Are pushing us just to drop them and just get to import stuff. Like all the really cool stuff from Wonderfest.
Yeah. Well, you got companies like LZZT or whatever it is making Deathstroke that looks as good as that one does. It just doesn't make any sense.
Nope. Well, you got the Demonical Fit making better Dragon Ball figures than SH Figure Arts.
Yeah.
Well, the best Transformers out there right now are third-party Transformers. Would you lower your price to sell more? Well, that's the thing. If you have big enough production runs, it cuts the cost down. You can sell, charge less to sell more, which is what I don't think this so stupid on Hasbro's part. And because they manufacture a lot of stuff, their cost is now, of course, people. If you overproduce too, you got issues like with and your product sucks. You get a line like the Eternals. That will be forever in discount chains. So nobody wants them, even at $7 a piece. I think that's several factors happen with that too. Disney's arrogance, thinking they can make anything popular.
I was watching a video the other day about even the comics suck. Well,
it's Eternals. I have a comic book collection of like 8,000 comics. Marvel, DC, Independent, and such. 8,000 comic books. How many Eternals books do you think I
have? Did they ever cross over with any characters that you cared about? If they did, that would be my guess, is 1 or 2. If not, then 0.
0. Unless you count like a Cersei in the Avengers. Avengers book was what I bought.
Yep, that counts.
She was a team member of the Avengers. Yeah, they were horrible. Like one of the few things that Jack Kirby couldn't even make right. That's saying something. Nobody could figure out how to make them interesting. Isn't Thanos part of the Eternals as a villain? Kinda. Sorta. I don't know if that was originally planned or as a retcon later on. And at one point, I thought they were finally going to like just forget they actually did the Eternals movie, and then they did the Captain America 4.
Yeah.
They could have easily just said like that's part of the multiverse. Didn't happen on the main Earth. But no, they had to incorporate that stupidity into the main continuity. There it is. And I'm so sick of the trope. They did that a lot in the 2010s about Earth being an egg or some sort. Something's inside the Earth, whatever. They did in 2 different Transformers mediums. They did in the last Michael Bay movie he did, and they did in Transformers Prime, where Earth was Unicron.
The Unicron. No. I'll show you my Unicron.
What's funny too, like in that comedy cartoon Final Space, the Earth was an egg. It had like basically a celestial inside of it.
Yeah.
It's like, so did Marvel just rip off Final Space?
Yeah, I like how I don't know if "like" is the right word, but I've always thought it was funny how unhinged people get around mutants. It's like, you know, they see the Avengers or Inhumans, and they're like, "Oh, you're so cool. You got superpowers. This is great. You're a hero. Oh, you were born with them? Ew."
Yeah, never have understood that. Either you dislike supers or you don't. That's at least one thing with what you call it, The Boys.
Yep.
Of course, you had people too with in different. It was done I think a little better too, like where people actually hate the supers or they don't like the supers. Well, love the supers or hate the supers. There's no double standard. Like with the Marvel, mutant hate groups, they're fine with characters getting powers through secondary means, but mutants, oh, we can't have them around. They always said that the reason why humanity feared mutants was because they didn't understand them. It's explained that the reason humanity hates mutants is because the Eternal designed them to fear them. Marvel's the 90s, they had no impact on Marvel except the correctly being creation of humanity and Marvel do much more for the world outside the window. That's why humanity is okay with superhumans, not mutants. So it's built into the genetic code for humans to hate mutants.
You're genetically You're genetically designed to just be a racist.
Be hated and feared. One is designed to be hated and feared. The other one is designed to hate and fear the creation.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a bigot. I was born this way.
Apparently in Marvel. I think it's funny, like how they pushed the Eternals, but the people that was in charge of Marvel hated the Inhumans,
Yeah.
and Inhumans are far more popular than the Eternals. But they're still not very popular, but more popular than Eternals.
Yes. That said, I was never a big fan of the Inhumans. It just felt like another way for them to make mutants without making mutants.
Yeah. I hate it too when they retconned Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver to be Inhumans because dispute with Fox.
Yes. In my headcanon, they will always be the brother and sister of Polaris and the children of Magneto.
I don't know if they ever fixed it now or it's still that way because they rebooted the universe since they did that.
I don't know what it is right now. I know they had gotten rid of it for a while. I didn't like that. With that as a point, how do people like see with secret identities? How do people know who they're talking to is a mutant? I mean, I get the X-Men kind of announce it and like, yes, we're like mutant rights and all that stuff, but
they also wear masks.
Yeah,
a majority of them do. A good chunk of them do, not all of them. The Scott has no choice to wear. He is not. He would kill everybody. Optic blast. They really crap on him in recent years too. Scott.
Yeah. How was his run as a villain? I know for a while he was like a terrorist villain for a while.
Well, they killed that one off. That's the original Scott.
Oh.
See, they ran into that problem with the when they brought the young X-Men team to the future. You had two of a lot of characters, except Jean, because the older Jean was dead. But they eventually turned older Scott into a villain. He ended up dying saving the planet type thing, but somebody had to take the fall, so he got accused of doing it. But then they had the younger Scott take his place. They had to figure that out because they rebooted the universe while the young X-Men were still in the main timeline, the present timeline. So they were so their universe was gone. They couldn't go back. So they had to figure out a way to deal with some of the extras.
Yeah, Cyclops gets done dirty all the time. Whether it's in movies, comics. I don't know. My favorite version of, it's still a little done dirty, is Wolverine and the X-Men, where Cyclops is basically a depressed piece of shit for the entire first 3/4 of the show, and then finally he gets Cyclops, fights him to get him to snap out of it and come back and help. And then the rest of it is just him.
There's I don't think it's enough recognition. Like I actually liked the show better than X-Men '97 or the '97 series, whatever. Is X-Men Evolution. I like that show. The only thing that didn't make sense is why Storm was older than everybody else. But
Yeah.
well, they had Beast being older and Storm being older. Wolverine being older makes sense because he's freaking 100 years old. But having Storm, Beast
I've been alive for more than 200 fucking years.
older than everybody else didn't quite make sense. But the rest of it was good. It went back to basics, had them back in school, which is the school of Nick Xavier's school. But so,
Yep.
I like that. A little different. It was a different take on stuff too. Like Juggernaut was a mutant, didn't have his powers didn't come from magic. I think he was actually blood relative to Charles instead of being his stepbrother. But it was different, but it was still. It was kind of like that. The Batman take. It's one of those shows where at first it's like, I don't like this. It's too different departure from it. Then when you start watching it, it's like, this is really good. Like the Batman, I think is right up there with the Batman the Animated Series level good. I liked it a lot.
Yes. I love the Batman. That is my second favorite Batman series of all time.
Yeah, I
Second,
like
only two.
the Animated Series. Yeah,
Nope, Batman
Dude.
Beyond.
which I consider Batman Beyond a continuation of the Batman Animated Series.
Yeah.
I think it's all the same continuity. Like with the Justice League Unlimited, Batman Beyond, Superman the Animated Series, the whole Timverse, except for this new stuff that got coming out, is all in the same universe. This new stuff, I can't believe they renewed that show for a second season.
I can't either. I made it through like half the first episode, and I was just so bored. Bored would be the only way to describe it.
It's
I
probably
could
one
not.
of those things too, it may not even be a second season. It is probably like purchased as one, and they broke up like they did with that Revolution or that terrible He-Man series.
Yeah.
They technically it's just one season broke into two. That would be my guess. That's the only way you can justify it. Well, it's like this whole stupid shit with the Starfleet Academy coming out. The show looks like utter garbage. Hot garbage. Nobody approved it. They snuck it to get in during the the acquisition of Paramount from Skydance. Paramount gave Bad Robot and Kurtzman way too much control. He could approve shows and start making shows without anybody's approval. And greenlit 2 seasons right off the bat for Starfleet Academy, and nobody wants that. The show just looks utter horrible.
Yeah.
It's not Star Trek whatsoever. They haven't made Star Trek. Closest thing is Strange New Worlds, and it's still shit. People look weird without eyebrows.
They do. Is that Will Smith's wife?
I've got too much hair.
Oh, my bad.
Keep my wife's name out your damn mouth. He'll never get over that.
But I would agree
Yeah,
if it had been completely scripted. It was definitely 100% scripted.
Well, it's horrible though. It's like even a scripted thing, and it just made him look like a cuck. It wasn't even an offensive joke.
I forgot to pronounce Mayfax correctly. Matt's going to be very disappointed that I didn't call it Mafex.
Oh. I do like these head sculpts when they have the eyebrows sculpted, so I know exactly where to paint them. So I hate freehanding eyebrows. I'd rather paint eyes than eyebrows.
Yeah. I can't do either very well. I need some smaller brushes.
You need to get some nail art brushes. These are what you need for painting small details like this.
Yeah. I need my own digital face printer. That's what I need.
Yeah. I like that Mondo He-Man, but it was just on their store. It's just too expensive.
Yeah.
Especially what they were doing too is just so shady. They were making the tariffs too more expensive than what they should have been. Plus, they were charging tax on the tariff. Plus, when you add the tariff on, it increased the shipping price. They calculate the shipping price by cost, not the weight and size of the package. I think $150 was too much. Well, you're paying at least $50 more for the extra head and display stand. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Getting there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Much better when he's got eyebrows.
Alpha Proto, the results were definitely scripted. Everyone, the reactions were exactly what they wanted. The interactions were exactly what they wanted. It was about as textbook scripting as it got.
Well, they let him continue into the award show and gave him awards after that. If you assault somebody on TV and it was real, I think you would be removed from the show, even no matter how big a celebrity you are.
Yeah.
I think the one part that may not be scripted, I think Will hit Chris too hard. I don't think Chris was expecting to be hit so hard.
Yeah.
But I think he took a little bit of offense to how hard he got hit. Eventually, I need to repaint these Ramen Toys head sculpts for He-Man. They didn't paint the eyes right. They're just black dots.
Black dots.
The irises are just black dots. Paint me like your Warhammer figure.
That's a dangerous game to play.
I don't think they expected to get the reaction from people what they did, Alfredo. Oh. Did you ever get a refund on Sector? He ordered some heads from Super 7 that never sent them to him.
Super 7 wouldn't do that. That's a stand-up company right
I'm
there.
sorry, Ramen Toys, not Super 7.
Ramen Toys wouldn't do that. That's a stand-up company.
Do illegally steal IPs constantly. I'll be showing up at a con where he's at, and hey, remember me? Not give me my money back. Maybe they're getting paid one way or another. You pick. I either get my cash back or I cash it out in a pound of flesh. That have been more in my younger days, but still, I'm still quite big and intimidating.
Yeah.
I'm the nicest person in the world unless you make me mad. Well, I explain it the way. Normally, I have my mom's personality. I get mad, my dad's personality comes out. And you won't like me when I'm angry. Taking a marker and basically coloring where I want to take material out to prep the joints. It, the headlight off. Gets brow starts sweating, that thing on, and it starts sliding. Yeah, I'm pretty that's looking pretty good. A little more touch up on it. Another coat of, on the brown on the hair. Touch up the eyebrows and touch around the eyes. And do you have anything to show?
What are we showing?
No. My dogs, I think, need to go to the bathroom. I just wonder if you need it. You want to show anything you've been working on?
I haven't worked on anything. I did get the Batman finished. I think I showed him off last week, but
Oh, if you want, show that soft goods website. Talk about it for a second.
Oh yes, keyboard. Yeah, okay.
And I'll go let pups out.
Okay. So, I usually get my soft goods all come from Etsy by, his name is C. Ford Charles. Let's see.
Name what sells asking if you think you might get the Ninja Scroll license. That, I don't know, man. That's such an old property. I don't know. It was kind of weird that even Foosh decided to do that. It's possible. But also, a third party could jump in and get it too. Start making stuff.
Yeah. So this is where I get all my This is where I get all my soft goods. This is C. Ford Charles. He's on Etsy. He makes these absolutely fantastic suits for far less money than he could charge for them. I've got 3 of his Superman suits. I've got 2 Invincibles. I've got his Batman. I've got his Conquest Omni-Man. And I just ordered Peacemaker and Thrag. He doesn't. I think I got the last Thrag, but you have to pay attention because once he posts them on there, yeah, he's on eBay as well. I usually order mine through Etsy, but he's got an eBay shop too. But like some of his stuff comes with heads, like the Omni-Man here. He comes with a unpainted head sculpt, and he's up on a flight stand right now, so I can't pull him down. But the it's a set. This particular one is like a separate shirt, pants. Comes with little arm, like sleeves, and a cape, non-wired cape. Like I said, I just ordered his Peacemaker. I'm gonna throw it. I've got a spare Sergeant Slaughter coming that I'm gonna try and put that suit on, give him that bigger, bulkier look. I think it'll work out pretty well. I'll still have to get a head sculpt, one of his helmets, but I'm excited for that one. His Conquest suit is the one I used for mine, that I showed off last time. It didn't. I think it came with. It comes with one unpainted gauntlet. I wasn't able to use it, but it comes with just the suit and the loincloth for this one, and the unpainted gauntlet. But I had to get a different one made, and it's attached with a magnet, so it still acts like a swivel. But
It's all 3D printed. Everything that's not included is 3D printed. I do have that plain, like Season 1 Invincible. I've got that body, that suit. I haven't yet decided what I'm going to use, what body I'm going to use it on. He's got all of the Supermans in stock right now. I have the Lee, which is the darker blue. I have the Beyond, and I have the David Corn Sweat. Which, this suit looks a whole lot better without all the panel lining and everything on it. It actually works quite well as a Superman, more classic looking Superman costume. The Batman one comes with the suit and 2 different pairs of trunks. It comes with these kind of pleathery black ones, and then the more cloth fabric blue ones, which he doesn't going to show a picture of. But I took this. It doesn't come with a cape or anything, but I took the cape and collar piece off of the CT Toys. Yes, I can share a link. Absolutely. I will. I can't recommend his stuff enough. It has a good stretch to it, so it fits over bigger, bulkier characters than even what they're intended for. And they just...
if you put that link in the private chat, and I'll share it on this side too. I think it always shows up on my side. On your channel.
I see how it is. I could put myself in timeout. What would happen if I banned myself and deleted my comments?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got all of the Superman suits in stock right now.
Nice. I don't know how he makes those look cheap.
I don't know, and he makes them out of such good, like, heavy material. It stretches well. I was really strongly tempted by the Booster Gold. I don't have a good Booster Gold right now, and he's got it both in gold and yellow options. The gold looks kind of silly because he's got like gold pants, but not the top. Oh, I guess the top is gold too.
Yeah, it's all gold. I wish the blue was kind of. I wish you could have. I don't know if the material's around, but it'd be nice if the blue was a little metallic too.
Yeah.
Actually, I would kind of like it be a little lighter blue, matched to like that star on his chest.
Yeah, the star and that should be matched, but.
Well,
I did notice. Yeah, that's the Peacemaker one I ordered. I don't know how well it's gonna fit over like a Hyperion, because it's a little. It's got the cuffs on the sleeves, so I'm curious to see how that's gonna work out. But it looks good. Oh, look at that little teeny tiny Optimus over there.
A Perceptor even smaller on next to it. Behind John Cena, there's Perceptor and Bumblebee. Those came with X-Transbot's version of Perceptor. They're like little teeny tiny little figures, but like that big.
Oh yeah. Yep. I made a whole bunch of people mad with Thrag because there were 6. It was in 6 carts and there was only 1 left. All the Supermans are in stock. I wish he would bring back the Kingdom Come Superman, because I want that one.
So they're not all in stock. You liar!
Oh, I should say all the options in the drop down are in stock.
You ended up picking the classic suit, right? You got that one?
Yep. I got that one. I still haven't done anything with it yet. I got it.
I need to do a recovery so I can have a custom recovery to go with my other 3 recovery suits.
Might use one of these Adam Strong bodies since I now mixed up a flesh tone that works. That's pretty close to it. Well, just a fuzz, but you're matching up. Try to match up a paint to plastic, injection molded plastic. It's quite hard.
It's not an exact science. He's got Jon Stewart and Simon Baz, Green Lantern. Hal and Kyle are both sold out, unfortunately. Oh, he did a Supergirl at some point.
Nice.
Skirt's a little off, but I like the suit.
Could be a work in progress too on the skirt.
Yeah. He's got all of the Invincible War suits in stock. That would be cool, but very expensive. To have a whole yeah. Eventually, I want to pick up the Mauler twins suits, but I have to figure out who I'm going to use as a base for that.
He looks like he's just using the Atom body, which seemed to be like they would be too small.
For the Atom body, Atom Toys body.
Muff Toys, Adam Strong.
Yeah, that would be a good. It would be an expensive way to do it, but they a Venom, a Gamerverse Venom, or any of the Venoms would be a good option for Mauler twins.
Gamerverse Venom, that's that giant one though. It's like 2-inch tall.
Well, I mean, like the Capcom.
Oh,
it's also
yeah.
Gamerverse.
Plus, it's blue.
Plus, it's blue. It's a little bit brighter blue, but I mean, who's to say? It could work.
Throw a blue wash on it, and tone it down a little bit.
Yep. You can take it back to full screen. That's all I've got to show because he's only got 19 listings up right now.
Shaving off material to allow room for the paint. So, prepping figures for paint.
Who does that?
I heard something about it, so I figured I'd try it.
next. And
You know, the moldy injection molding themes too. I bought 2 of those Scar figures initially. Like I was like, "Fuck, you give a prime butterfly joint." Since like, I didn't like how they didn't like the new arms. I didn't like how narrow the chest was compared to Caliban.
yeah, I was real excited for the Maximum Deadpool, but then when it came right down to it, I could not bring myself to hit ship on it. I canceled it. I canceled every Star Wars pre-order I had, Black Series or Vintage Collection.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just couldn't. At the moment, I still have that Scourge wave pre-ordered, but I get a strong feeling that I'm gonna get the Spider-Man. That's probably it. And then
that's going to be one of those build figures that's going to be expensive on the secondary market, I feel.
yeah,
Because he's been high demand for a long time. One I don't understand is expensive is that Puff Adder. You can buy a Caliban still cheap for, I don't know, $40 or so. But the Puff Adder's like double that. I figure more people's interested in Caliban than they are Puff Adder.
yeah.
People are selling Puff Adder like Build-A-Figure parts as much as buying the entire figure with the Build-A-Figure part. It's like, why? Don't pay those prices for that shit.
Don't
it's
encourage them.
And just go buy the figures. I think you can buy them. At one time, they were discounting those figures out. I was like, when they announced Puff Adder, I was like, sweet. I don't have to keep buying Caliban parts. It's because I like the fact the Puff Adder came with regular hands and not the claw hands.
Yeah.
And regular feet, so you can actually do other characters on that body. Of course, they were finally starting to use that body a lot, though. When they first introduced Caliban, it was years before they reused it. They used the arms for Apocalypse. Other than that, they didn't use the body for a long time. Now we got several figures in that body. We got Puff Adder, we got classic Drax. We got they use parts of it for the Scar, new torso, but and new arms. But from the waist down, it's all Caliban. Well, no, I can't say that either. From the new lower legs, from the shins down. Zabu was expensive. Zabu hit Ross. Some of them, I didn't see any of my Rosses, but some figures hit Ross with the Zabu wave. Oops. Now, I've watched the first 2 episodes of season 3 of One Punch Man.
I heard not great things about it.
Yeah, you heard correctly. Nothing's happening.
Yeah, I heard they'd given up on animation altogether.
Yeah, it's not a lot of movement. Weird lighting choices. Like all of a sudden, like they'll light a scene like to be more dramatic in blue and pink, like a face close up.
Yeah,
For no
blue and
reason,
pink works, you know, for like a synthwave '80s retro vibe.
but it'll be broad daylight, and all of a sudden, like they'll show like a close up, them being serious or something, and they're dramatic, and they're doing it for dramatic lighting. But there's, I don't get it.
There's a time and a
six-
place.
We've waited 6 years for season 3, and nothing's happening. Oh, the Nymphel's wanting a Phantom Rider for possible custom.
Is it good?
I like
Is
to
it
have that
Space
for
Ghost?
Space. I was going to say I like to have that when I did my Space Ghost.
Space Ghost.
So the body I use is fine. It's just not my Spider-Man UK is not my favorite figure.
What?
It's more or less a replacement for Bucket Cap. There's a gap now between the joint and the plastic. You want that gap to stay there throughout the rotation. In season 3, 12 episodes like seasons 1, 2. I hope it's a long season because nothing is going on, and they're short. By the time you get past the credits, you got 14 minutes episode. At the pace they're going right now, I don't even see them getting to the invasion of the Monster Society at the end of the season. The way the pacing, the shortness of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
I do not see them getting to them invading the Monster Society. Space Ghost it is. The only issue with using that figure for Space Ghost is the boots on the figure. It's got like sculpted. It's got the Shield Agent boots on the Phantom Rider.
The Rider.
Well, technically Phantom Walker, since you don't have a horse.
I tell you what, that boy ain't right.
Oh, one of the guys I saw on Facebook doing a Prime custom. He's doing something I toyed with doing was he's going to be using the Sugarman arms, Sugarman build figure.
Yeah.
Which I like them because they're double jointed. They're still big and muscular. So they have the veins, but I think they're a little long for the body. But it's cool. It's trying something new. Talking about using different legs, and I guess you don't want to use the big feet, but the huge feet. Something's already tapered. You can get them to work. Strong guy legs would probably be.
I didn't want to twerk there anyway.
Alpha Proto, it's like it's odd. I watched the first episode in the first volume of the manga. From what I remember, the first episode covered 4 chapters of the manga. Season 3. Kind of remind me of like the first season. Yeah, the first season was phenomenal. That is probably like one of the best animes ever made. Is like the first season of One Punch Man.
That's what I've heard. I was watching a video earlier, and he's like, anytime anyone asks me what, like, they're new to anime, what should I watch? Without a doubt, the answer would have always been season 1 of One Punch Man.
Well, you had the best of the best working on that on season 1. You had like like one of their best like producers of anime. He put together a dream team to do that season. And after season 1, they all went their separate ways and working on other projects. They hired this new studio to do season 2,
and they did like romance stuff.
Yep, and they're like a non-action studio. Like, why would you get a non-action studio do an action-packed anime? The quality drop was like huge. It's like, the manga is great. I need to get caught up on it. I haven't read it in a while, but I'll go through, like, read a spurt of it, get caught up, and then not read it for a while, and I have like a huge chunk to read. I need to get caught up on Dragon Ball 2 Super manga. Which is another anime, where is it? Bring it back.
Yes. Can we please, for the love of all that is holy, get a continuation as Dragon Ball Super? It shouldn't be difficult.
They can do the Moro, the Granola arc, and do the.
Yes, I know the alpha. I know the manga's on hiatus too. I don't want solutions. I want to be mad about it.
So you're like that ad about that woman with the nail in her forehead. And
Yes.
she just want to complain, tell her husband about what the problems are, and not him try to solve it.
Exactly.
All my new sweaters have snags in them now for some reason. On a lot of my previous Prime customs, I've had these Caliban, one of my Caliban shoulders be stuck, and this mushroom peg broke off.
Mm-hmm.
So I started like drilling them out and putting a styrene rod in the peg to reinforce it. I don't know if I want to do that this time or not. I think it'll be fine. I think I've just been overly cautious before that one figure.
I'm curious about this Hasbro the displays that are supposed to be at Walmart, Target, and all that stuff now.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
I
don't think my store's got the memo.
Yeah,
If anything, they've downsized.
Same. They said there's like the big huge sections people were showing online, like they put like all those new figures on an end cap.
Yep. Whole lot of nada.
I switched. I got the Walmart account for at least a year, and I was using the closer one, which is College Town Walmart. And I just got tired of it because the stuff is mostly out of stock. Because students always use that Walmart.
Yeah.
They always having to do substitutions, and they got horrible driver, like the delivery people, like the. I switched to the one that's just a little bit farther away in a smaller town. Much better service. Stuff's usually always in stock. A lot better delivery drivers. I did have one issue today. They must have had an idiot bagging the groceries when they checked out.
Oh.
They put my rolls in the same bag as a 4-pound bottle of ketchup.
Yeah.
So they were pancaked.
Time for some fry bread.
Well, which is great for having a Walmart. Ordered through Walmart. I can just went on there. It's like said the item was damaged, and they refunded them out. So I can. Well, shit, did it before because I had horrible driver from the other store. All the bread was pancaked, and then it's the driver. I told him, "Don't ever send back here." And they sent them back the next time I ordered something. It's like, are you shitting me? At least too, you can modify your tip.
Yeah.
After the 3 hours after you get your order. So that one I actually took the tip completely off. The one before. It wasn't the driver's fault. It was the previous one was the driver's fault. Today was the doofus that bagged it.
You can't just take someone's tip, man. They need that.
Yeah, you got to do a good service to get that. Especially when it's the driver I told him never send him back to my house. Hasbro are making more Crystar figures. Is interesting. Yeah, the Warbow, which the Crystar was enough for me, but I'll get the Warbow because I want the Executioner, and I like the updated the Enchantress in that wave too. I was sitting there just talking with Shelby. Was like, week before they announced that wave, was like, man, I'm thinking about quitting Marvel Legends or just cherry picking one figure here and there.
And then immediately, oops.
There's a wave. There's almost every figure in that wave I want. Then they did those 2 box sets of Inhumans. It's like, shit. Are they listening in? Like, she's like, we heard he's getting ready to get out. When I went ahead and ordered Crystal and Lockjaw since they got those new Inhumans come out. I've been wanting an updated Black Bolt for a while. That's him being on Bucky Cap, just don't do it. And really, most figures don't need to be on a Bucky Cap. That sculpt is almost sculpted to be nude. Because it's got veins all over the body, chest, and arms and legs. It's not sculpted to have. It kind of worked with Bucky Cap originally, but the new Bucky blows out of the water. Mind you, I think the new Bucky Cap is a little bit too big for Bucky Barnes, but it's still a great figure. I got my dogs a new dog house to two outside dogs. No, well, they come inside too, but they romp and play so much they stay outside most of the time. They won't use it.
Of course not.
They're sleeping on the porch, which I put the house on the porch with a nice new. I got the bed in today, a foam bed. Yeah. I made sure that they can't drag it out the window, like the hole for the door. I mean. Because they would trade it otherwise.
No.
Because I put a horsehair bed in it, like that was in my truck for like taking to the vet yesterday. And I was like, well, that's not going to last. That's going to be all over the yard. And I woke up this morning, it was all over the yard. As well as floppy beds. With the egg crate one, like egg carton one, like foam ones. It fits in there, and you cannot get it out. The roof is hinged like a lid, so I dropped it in that way, wedged in there really good, so they can't pull it out. Doesn't mean they can't tear chunks off of it, but for right now, it's in there. Hope they don't tear it up.
They'll tear it up.
The wind was horrible this evening. I had actually taped the lid down with Gorilla Tape.
Yeah,
it's hinged. It's like those little pneumatic shocks to help lift the lid, which is weird. It's so light, it don't need that. I think that's one of the reasons why it's blowing it up, because it's those pneumatic shocks that help lift it up. The wind was blowing like really hard, so I just kept blowing it up, so I went and took some Gorilla Tape, taped the lid down. The roof, whatever you call it.
The roof. The roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let them burn.
Yeah, we got that arm very much ready for paint. Do a little more sanding on the gauntlet. We're getting closer and closer. Prime, I got the lower legs done. And next one, I'll be working on the other arm. I need to prep the legs, the knees, and the thighs. I'll start sculpting the armor. Probably start sculpting the armor on Sunday.
Thursday?
Yeah. No, actually the armor's Sunday. The other arm is Thursday. Arm and knees is Thursday. Plus painting this other head for Spirits Prime. Working on that one. And I gotta finish. This one needs to be finished too, the one I worked on the 9th. I think that's going to do it for tonight. We're over the 2-hour mark. Yeah. But I don't have a file for these P logos. Cutting them out of styrene is tedious. Be nice, Bill. Print armor that would actually just go right onto the figure instead of having to sculpt it all the time.
Yeah. I don't know. I was playing with that Microsoft 3D Builder software that people were talking about last week. It's pretty good. It's a learning curve, but it's something I needed to learn for a while now, so.
It's like these gauntlets are old school too. The OG gauntlets, they sculpted the hand using styrene strips, epoxy, and super glue and baking soda. Then I made a mold, and I was able to make castings of them. Now, it's possible to actually just 3D print these things. I got epoxy in there too now to conform to the arm where it locks them in place. That is all for tonight. Everybody in the chat, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. And it went blurry.
The blur. The red-blue blur.
And we'll catch you on the next one. We got the Thursday show this week, and then Sunday, Toy News Friday. Possibly a Geek Chat on Saturday. And then WIP it Sunday. We'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one.
Bye, y'all.